Now I will talk as an employee of Moravian Library, and I will present XProc library or set of XProc libraries for enriching data from digital libraries. Oh, sorry. I'm start timing and yes. So I think we'll agree that digital libraries are very useful for readers, for users, because they not also preserve cultural heritage, but because digital copy is easy to distribute, more users can read and get access to digital books. And in the last few years, they can be used also for machine learning. Digital libraries use a lot of standards. We had presentation this morning about this, so I can skip this. And this is an overview how metadata and data are stored in some database, and it's built around object, which can be a monography or papers, for example. There are metadata in Fox, XML, mods, etc. formats, and something I call data. For me, it's text from the book or from the page, and the text can be in plain text format or in Alto, which is XML format that describes parts of the page and text, also the text and positions of the text on the page. So here are some examples of digital libraries. I think you really know, so like Google Books, Internet Archives, or HathiTrust. And in Czech Republic, there are many digital libraries, because each institution, each library can have his own digital library. And these libraries, digital libraries, use software called Kramerius. I know also Polona from Poland, which is a little bit new product, or Bayerische Staatsbibliothek digital library. These libraries works as web pages for users, where they can browse the content page by page mostly. They see images of the text or text itself as a plain text or some layout around above the image. And sometimes data can be downloaded as a PDF or raw data in Alto format, for example. It's available on Internet Archives. PDFs are downloadable from Google Books. And for example, for digital libraries, check digital libraries. But sometimes there are some restrictions. For example, Google Books are not are only black-white resolution, and Czech libraries allow only not all pages to be downloaded. And now each digital library, as I know, has some API. For example, REST API and IIIF for images. This is how Czech digital library looks like. And one book that I will present here. This is some extraction of the REST API that digital library uses. This is for Kramerius, Czech digital library. The path to the resource, like auto document or mods metadata, are predictable because of the parts of the URL, and there is some identifier of the resource itself. Identifier is for monography as a whole or for individual page. So what is missing in digital libraries? Not in all, but in some of them. It's not easy to get all data and metadata for one book. Each digital library has its own access to data, its own REST API, for example. And as I know, only HathiTrust enhanced their texts with some linguistic metadata. So you can take only plain text from digital library. So my goal was to try do something similar for the user. That user can put identifier of some monography and push button and take data and metadata from the digital library on his or her computer. So there is a lot of types of data and metadata. Images are in JPEG mostly, but old Czech digital library use déjà vu format, for example, Fox XML, etc. is in XML, but REST APIs use JSON. And sometimes not all data are available because it's missing, for example, a result of OCR or file is somehow corrupted. And as I mentioned, there is a lot of softwares. Each digital library use its own software in the background, and for example, Czech digital library Kramerius develops, and there are at least 3 instances or 3 versions that are still running, and each version has its different metadata and different API. And the last point I tried to resolve was to enhance data by calling some external services. So This is how the solution looks like. There is one library I call Libri Augmenti, and this is some input point for the user. He or she can define identifier of the book, of the monography, where data should be downloaded, which data or metadata should be downloaded, how to enhance them, and that's all. And this library is responsible for creating virtual documents where all resources are identified with its URL. It also downloads data and enhance data by sending them to the external service. And there are separate libraries for each digital or for each version of digital library, and separate libraries for enhancements tool. We use UDPipe and NameTag. These tools, are developed by Lindart Klariach and are available online. So this is overview of libraries and how they are connected, and this is how the process looks like. The library creates some virtual document that has for each resource its own element with URL. Then it is downloaded, etc. And this is the last slide of my presentation. I switch to demonstration X in Oxygen. So this is one step for downloading data from the oldest version of the Kramerius library, and the output will be here in this directory. So data are downloaded and the result of the download is not only the data itself, but also some report. Okay. For the user with list of pages and links to the online version, or it's only text to the online version or local version. Yeah, this is online. This one is local, and because this is this library use déjà vu format, I also prepared some batch file that creates PDFs from each image and then combines all images, all PDFs to one. So it will be available for the users as a separate file. So this is one example, and second example is this book from 4 pages I showed you. Now I hope it will be downloaded. I'm in a different directory, As you can see, there are data and metadata, and now I will send this data to the UD pipe at Nametech services, and it will generate a TI document for whole book. So in a few minutes, seconds, there will be, new directory, whoops. With this TI, as you can see, it's enhanced by lemmatization and name it entities recognition. Thank you for your attention, sorry.
Thank you very much. Is there any question? I don't see any questions, so probably everybody is looking forward to. Is there one? Ah, sorry. Yeah. Should buy new glasses. Wait for microphone.
Can you show us the XProc itself?
Yes.
I mean,
which one?
Slow enough that I can read it.
So the pipeline, it takes one document, its identifier, and then calls one step to build a virtual document. After that, it creates a report, then downloads data that are in the virtual document identified by URLs, and again creates reports, because then you can access data also local, not only online. Yeah, it's a different kind of document. So I have access to, for example, doubling core for each page. Is it?
Excellent.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other question? I see none, so thank you.